Hello, fellow Limeys and chronic illnesses. I just wanted to do a little update about what's been going on. In general, over the last couple months, it has been a difficult time. I went through a different change in medication unintentionally. They switched to a different generic brand, and I had issues with that. It was a gabapentin. I think I might have mentioned that. Then I am now on the correct gabapentin at a lower dosage. I had started a bunch of new Lyme supplements that went with the genetic information I had at the same time that this all occurred. So I didn't know if any of those were affecting it. So I took those all out one by one. And right now I'm just taking one of those. Anyway, my mental state is like very panicked. I just feel a lot of anxiety. I do have motivation. I'm motivated to be getting things done, but at the same time I'm productive in more ways than I am when I'm usually feeling like this. I'm actually wanting to do things, but I am feeling hopeless at the same time. So it's kind of this odd combination of things going on. And so I was hoping that once I had the medication change that a lot of these symptoms would be going away. Now they did get better, but then in some cases they're not. I'm not really sure how to explain it. So last night I'm not like somebody who's seen ghosts my whole life or like anything like that or whatever, but last night was one of those nights where I kept feeling somebody touching me, and I was having nightmares from the second I fell asleep until like I tried waking myself up for hours and hours and kept waking up in places I didn't recognize, and then realized I was still dreaming and then tried to wake myself up again. And I mean, this just repetitively happened for hours. And before the trying to wake myself up, I was waking up earlier in the night to noises, like really loud. It sounded like glass cracking or plastic cracking. It was very strange, not usually noises that I hear. And then I would feel like there was either I felt somebody touching me or there was a feeling of a presence in the room. And like I said, this is not a common thing for me. This has only happened to me when I've had high fevers or I was on a time-release morphine for a while, and it took me about a month to totally get off of that. And during that time, I had these symptoms, like these reactions, something like this going on. I don't know what it is, but it was bizarre, and it spooked me so bad. I just, like, when I finally did wake myself up, I just watched YouTube to get my mind, like, out of that place, and I was so scared. And when I opened the door to go from the space I'm living in the backyard into the main part of the house, I opened the slider, and there was like something in the grass, and it wasn't like a person, it was just like a thing, and then like it just disappeared. And I think I don't know if this was like partially like migraine related. Like, I don't know what this is. Like, you can interpret this however you want, but this is what I was going through, and it was really scary. So I stayed in the main part of the house and just made tea. This was about 4:30 in the morning, and I just sat there in front of the fireplace with my dog for about an hour until like it started getting light out, and I went out into the back into the house that I'm living in here, and I brought my dog with me, and I actually like let him get up into bed with me, which I haven't done. So yeah, it was a terrifying night, like while I was sleeping and while I was awake, and then I was exhausted. So finally, like around 8 o'clock, I fell back asleep for about an hour, and then like those dreams where you were dreaming that you have to go to the bathroom? Well, that was the dream I had, and I woke up and I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I like couldn't pee. I don't know. It was the weirdest thing. So then I went back to bed and I slept for like another hour, and that was it. So then all day today I was just like out of it. I wasn't in like a great mental place, but I busied myself with a few little projects that my sister wanted me to do for work, and my detox and did some yoga, all my normal stuff, but it was a very, very strange night slash day. And it started like earlier last night before I went to bed, but then like nothing really happened until like I started to like fall asleep. And it was kind of odd even falling asleep for me. And now this is another weird thing, but I had some energy work done yesterday, which I've never had this type of thing done, kind of like Reiki or, something like that. I'm not going to get into all that, but that was just another thing that I don't know if, that has anything to do with any of this. I'm open to interpretation. I believe that everybody can have their own interpretation to any of this, but I'm just letting you know what has been going on, because that was just from last night, the real craziness. But I feel like this mental state is like up and down, is like weird, and it got really weird last night. And yeah, it's like mostly like depression and anxiety, and that's been really difficult for me. You feel really good and you can get things done and go to work, and then you feel like really sick, and then you can't do anything. And it's just hard that, you know what I'm talking about if you're going through this. It's the fluctuation constantly back and forth, and it's really hard to figure out how to deal with it when your body isn't doing what you want it to do again, in whatever way that is. So that's what's been going on. This ended up being a 7-minute video. I hope that you guys are doing fabulous, and I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.